I'm sitting watching blood while it dries on my sleeve, thinking why does everyone I love die or just leave? And if I mean a thing, then why would you leave? My mind only sees the suicide side of things. At this point we can't relate if you ain't lost everything.
Okay, so what's up guys, welcome back to West Wild World. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Sorry about the fucking flies. It's summer here in Africa and I just defrosted some rats for some of my snakes. But I thought I had way less to do than I actually have to do, so I thought I might as well make a video out of it. My Chinese sharp-nosed vipers went to the bathroom in their water bowl as usual. Beautiful, beautiful animals, and they're growing like little weeds. This one over here is deep in the blue at the moment. Let's just see. So these guys are called 100 paces because it said if you get bit you only have 100 paces left before you die, which isn't actually true, but it's quite a fancy little myth around it. This guy's wagging his tail at me, so I'm just going to put him gently in there. Wagging their tail is a defensive mechanism, but you can see how beautiful they are. The other one is obviously deep in shed, so its colors are quite dull at the moment. This one is the more touchy one, so I don't think I will tail him at this size. But they are pit vipers found obviously in China, Chinese sharp-nosed vipers. But yeah, those big nostrils at the front of their face, they are actually heat-sensing pits that help them hunt in the dark. But they're beautiful animals. Bastards when they can be. Very difficult to handle sometimes, but luckily I have quite calm ones. So I'm just going to clean their water and get back to you guys as soon as possible. So I cleaned out their water. They hardly ever take a dump on the actual substrate, so it makes it easy for me to clean. But yeah, but hungry today. So this is the one that is deep in shed at the moment. You guys can see how dull the coloration is. This one is actually, in my opinion, the prettier one, and that is the female. They are a breeding pair. That's why I am cohabiting them. I don't want that one to come out. They are going to need a upgrade to their enclosure very soon, because I didn't expect a viper, these are straight to my head, to be growing this quick. They're about half the size when I first got them, and yeah, they have just been growing like little weeds. It's actually quite cool to see. But yeah, so they have a little modified scale at the tip of their tail there to actually move around like leaf litter and stuff like that as a little defensive mechanism to show predators that they aren't something to be messed with, similar to what a rattlesnake does with its rattle. Sort of imitates it like that. But if you can come a bit closer and you can come check the little spike at the tip of their tail there that they use to rustle that leaf litter. Sure. Get it in there, close up, and move on to the next snake. Okay, so I just cleaned out my Chinese Cobra house. Did a little deep clean. Didn't film taking them out because I'm just that cool. But these guys are also growing like little weeds as well. Growing super fast, and they're super calm. The contrast in handling Asian cobras compared to African cobras is actually insane. It's like no wonder snake charmers love these guys so much. They are just super, I wouldn't say easy to handle, but they're a lot more forgiving than African cobra species. African cobra species like to bite first and then ask questions later. These guys love to do the bluff, that hood up like that, hiss loudly, bluff strikes, all of that before actually biting. You actually have to piss these guys off quite a lot to actually get them to strike at you. But you can see how big they have gotten. They were about, I think they were about a third of the size when I first got them. They are super cool. This one is a bit pissed off, but he won't let go of my finger. But yeah, super beautiful animals. Can't wait till they get bigger. What's cool about them, well, not cool, is that they are actually classified as being vulnerable in the wild. Okay, so I just got a snake call real quick, so it interrupted the video, but what I was saying is that these guys are classified as being vulnerable in the wild due to poaching and human habitats encroaching on their on their actual habitats. So yeah, they're actually way more abundant in the pet trade than they are in the wild, which is actually pretty weird, but also it's nice to have a pair. Maybe you can work with maybe reintroducing them back into the wild when they're grown up. But yeah, I'm just going to move on. Okay, so I look like an absolute hobo again, Constantia mom, because I don't actually know where my glasses have wandered off to, but this is a little Mozambique spitting cobra. Holy fuck. I don't want this in my face, so let me just, kind of an issue right now. Yeah, this is why I hate babies. I'm just gonna get him straight into the bin because I need to go wash my face off. Jesus Christ. Okay, so now when I say I don't like dealing with baby snakes, I guess some people understand why. Oh my god, I hate it. But alright, let's get this fucking cunt out. Hello. Yep. Just keep on doing your thing. Keep on doing your thing, brother. Fucking much rather deal with the fucking 4-foot black mamba. 14-foot black mamba. But check how beautiful this guy is. I'm going to keep his attention. My girlfriend doesn't have glasses on, but he's absolutely gorgeous. Little Naya Mozambica. This is a true spitting cobra. He absolutely hates life. He shoots all over the place and he's an absolute bastard. Absolutely hate dealing with little cobras in general, but little snakes, little venomous snakes, just all the time. But yeah, so he's quite thick. He's a very healthy cobra. Why he is in such a small enclosure is because he's a little escape artist, and I do not want this little guy on the run, especially where he's not natively found, because he is a little bastard. He is absolutely an asshole. But yeah, I'm just gonna get him straight into his house and hopefully not have such a fiasco like we did when taking him out. But yeah, fuck me. Absolute asshole of a snake. Christ. But yeah, I might be moving on to the big version of this guy, and I'll show you guys the fucking differences between the two. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Okay, so after this asshole, I'm going to be moving on to another asshole. I don't know what's on my face, sorry. I had to rinse off my face because a little bit of venom got close to my eye. But yeah, I'm going to be taking out my Cape Cobra, then I'm going to be taking out the big Mozambique spitting cobra, and you guys will be able to see the difference between what a cunt snake is and what a nice snake is. He's not actually a cunt, he's just fearful of his life, but you'll see the different personalities of snakes. I think it would represent it quite well, actually. This is the wrong key. The difference between a snake that is flighty, but check how cute he is. Little head over there. He's super cute. That's venom that just went at you. That there. 2 little streams of venom. But yeah, so I think that shows the different personalities of snakes quite well. How a flighty snake or a more defensive snake acts compared to a calmer snake. So I think that's going to be quite cool when I take him out. But let's focus at one thing at a time, because this Cape Cobra is no joke either. Someone recently, a snake handler down in the Western Cape, actually got bit by one of these guys on a call. Thankfully enough, it was a dry bite, but yeah, it just shows you, even if you work with these guys a hell of a lot, and I think he might be in shed, mistakes can still happen. Hello. And especially with a snake like this that is super defensive and aggro, that doesn't like to be handled at all, you really do have to be on your toes. Eh? With them being one of, I think they are the 8th most venomous cobra in the world, drop for drop, so their venom is no joke either. Some studies have also shown that the Western Cape locality of Cape Cobras do have a more potent venom, drop for drop, than that of a black mamba. Black mamba's venom actually isn't the most potent in the world, it just has one of the most fast acting neurotoxins in the world. But you guys can check how big he has gotten. Absolutely love this cobra. He is in shed at the moment, the early stages of shed. and that's why he's striking at himself in the mirror. Doesn't like his appearance that much, but you guys can see how big he's got, and he's about 1 meter long, and oh my gosh, he's beautiful. Even in shed he's beautiful. I absolutely love this Cobra, even though he doesn't love me very much. But yeah, I'm just going to get him straight into the bin here. I'm going to clean up his enclosure. I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. Okay, so I've spot cleaned his enclosure, and he's going to need an upgrade soon, but I've spot cleaned his enclosure, left a little treat in there for him, and then you guys can come check him over here. He loves sitting like that, like a stupid little corn snake or ball python periscoping without actually without actually hooding up. There we go. Now you're a Cobra. But you guys can see how dull he is at the moment. And that's why he's striking at basically nothing. Hey, give me your tail. But you can also check the belly underneath there. It's a very weird color Cobra. I mean, the front half of him isn't weird at all, but his in between his scales, his skin is actually like a white sort of color, and he has like these reddish orange dots down him. He's a very, very odd Cape Cobra, but I absolutely love him. He's grown so much since I've got him as well. It's so cool actually seeing your animals grow up like with you, if you like sort of understand what I mean. It's like getting a puppy and then seeing him when he's adult. It's really, really cool. Good job. Just gonna close up. Enjoy your meal, sir. Hello. There's some stuff over here, but I'll see you guys when I take off the Mozambique spitting Cobra. Okay, so I've got even more retarded glasses that probably won't do anything if the snake does spit at me, but you know, it's better than nothing. So right now I'm going to be taking out the bigger Mozambique spitting Cobra, and you guys, because he has decorated his enclosure with his fabulous art. So yeah, this one is quite a big Mozambique spitter, about a 1.5 meter Mozambique spitting Cobra, which is rather large for this species of Cobra. But you can see how much calmer this one is compared to the other Mozam. He's still a bit curious. You can see the tongue flicking very fast back and forth. Very curious of what's happening, but he's not like a little water cannon. He's not coming back at me trying to bite me. He's not spitting. He's not defensive. He's not hooding up at all. And I think it just shows you the difference in personality that these snakes actually have. Most people don't think that these snakes have personality, but this guy is a lot more, going into the glove there, he's a lot more tolerated of the handling. When he first comes out of the enclosure, he is very, very touchy. As you guys can see, as soon as I touch him here, he does freak out a little bit. But as soon as he understands that I am not a threat, and everything is all good. But yeah, I'm not gonna play with him too much because it does take a while to calm him down, but maybe when he comes out I can show you guys a little bit better. But yeah, even when he's a little bit flighty, you guys can see the absolute difference between that small one and him. But yeah, gorgeous animal. Okay, so I just spot cleaned his enclosure because I deep cleaned it quite recently, and all my animals like to take the puss out of me when I deep clean their enclosure. They always like to take a dump as soon as I clean it. But let's see if he's acting a little bit better, so I can show you his personality a little bit more. Yeah, again, most times snakes, when they're in their enclosure, they are a little bit defensive because that's their home, that's their territory, and you are now taking them out of that territory. But yeah, you can see now his tongue flicks are a little bit slower. He's not so curious anymore. He's still very curious on what's happening around him, and he's still looking for a way out, but he's a lot calmer. Still giving me a little bit of hisses just to let me know that he's not too happy with what's happening. But the reason that I can get away with this is because of the difference in personality and the ability to read these animals' behaviors. Because right now he's not showing any defensive behaviors. He is more so curious than that being of defensive. And when it's actually in your hands, you can actually feel the muscles moving and contracting when they actually want to pull back. Like now you can feel it. I can feel it. Well, you can't feel it. I can feel it in my hands when he wants to move backwards. So yeah, awesome animal. Very, very calm, and it contrasts very nicely with the baby that I have. But yeah, I'm just going to get him straight into his enclosure. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Hope you all did enjoy, and yeah, if you did, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.